Hey everyone, and we are live. I am just popping in kind of impromptu on this Wednesday evening to chat with you guys about why working with a coach is one of the best ways to move into 2019 feeling more confident, happy, centered, clear, focused, and on purpose. Sorry if my eyes are darting around. I am broadcasting currently on Facebook and on Instagram, so I will try and go back and forth between the two. So anyways, I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what it looks like to work with a life coach. Hi, Ina. If you haven't before, or if you've never heard of a life coach, or if you have worked with one before, every coach really has their own coaching philosophy. They really have their own coaching style. And so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about mine and what that looks like if you are curious about working with a coach, and in particular about working with me. So there's a lot of different ways that I explain this. There's a lot of different metaphors that I use for what this work is like. The first one is really, if you work with a coach, and particularly if you're working with me, I love you, Ina. It's like you have your own personal cheer squad. So I put up a post about this earlier. You may have seen it. But it's really like having your own cheerleading squad. It's like somebody on the sidelines cheering you on while you're playing the game, right? Holding space for you, cheering you on to get you towards your goals. So like you are the player in the game. Your coach is the cheerleader on the side. They're going to cheer on your wins. They're going to perk you back up when you fall or you drop the ball. They're going to be there with you every single step of the way, from the start to finish of the game and well into the after party. So it's really like having somebody on your side that has your best interests at heart, that wants the best for you, that wants you to win, whatever winning looks like for you, whatever that means to you, and somebody that's going to help you to stay clear and stay focused on your goals so that you can move towards those wins that you're seeking. The other metaphor that I really, really love, that I think really well describes what this work is like, is if you think of your coach, or if it's me, think of me as your partner in gardening. So if you think about your life like it's a garden, right? Like any garden, and this is funny because I'm actually not much of a like actual gardener. I'm talking about emotional. But if you think of your life like a garden, it's if you don't tend to that garden, if you don't nurture it, if you're not looking out for the plants, things are going to die, right? Things are going to rot. And not only that, but it's going to get overgrown with weeds. And when I talk about weeds in this metaphorical way, what I'm talking about is limiting beliefs, old stories, critical self-thinking, self-destructive habits, all of these little things, perfectionism, all these little things that sneak in that we would not have purposely picked up and planted in our metaphorical garden, right? Like nobody wants that stuff in their life. But if you're not paying attention and you're not paying attention to what's growing there, this stuff will come in. And when it comes in, it starts to overgrow and choke out the beautiful plants that you want to have in your garden. So like, you know, your roses or your dahlias or whatever, but these are a metaphor for confidence and happiness and clarity and being on purpose and feeling grounded and feeling centered, right? So if we're not paying attention to what's happening in our metaphorical emotional garden, the things that we really want to be there are not going to get taken care of and grow strong. And not only that, but this garden's going to get overrun by all of this crap that we're not even noticing that's coming in that we would never have actually planted there. So the work that I do in my programs with the women that come in is that we take a bird's eye view of your garden, of your life, like what is really going on. Let's really pull back the curtain and look at what's going on there. And let's see what's been planted there or what's growing wild there that you don't really want, that's not serving you, that's not, you know, allowing the things that you want in your life to grow. And then we go in and we rip those suckers out together. So we look at where they came from, why they're there. We heal the wounds that are behind them. We pull them out by the roots to make sure that they're not going to come back. And then we decide what you really want planted in this metaphorical garden of your life, right? And we strategize together and find the steps and the ways to start bringing those flowers in, Again, the flowers being, confidence and joy and happiness and clarity and all these things that we all want. So we very purposefully then plant those flowers, and not only plant them, but nurture them so that they grow really, really strong roots. And then I will teach you the skills and the tools that it takes to consistently and proactively nurture your metaphorical garden moving forward. So when you walk out of a program like this, you've had everything uprooted and cleared out. Yes, exactly. Thank you. She says, dealing with the root cause, not enough of this. Yeah, because I'm not a surface level coach. Like, guys, I'm a Scorpio, I'm an empath, I'm sensitive. Like, I like to dive deep. Okay. I don't treat the symptoms, I treat the cause. We need to get down to the root of what is really causing things in your life that are not making you happy, the blocks that are holding you back. And yeah, it's hard work, right? It can be really difficult work. But it's profoundly important work, because if you don't do that, and if you're just constantly treating symptom after symptom after symptom, you're never going to be able to stop the suffering. What really empowers you is when you can actually get to the root of the problem and learn and figure out how to proactively, throughout the rest of your life, stay on top of that. So that is my favorite metaphor for the work that I do, because once you've grown those strong roots and once you are really equipped with those tools and skills, then it's like you've got that for the rest of your life, right? So it is work, and it is a time commitment, and it is a financial investment to work with a coach, absolutely. But a lot of people are out there looking for a shortcut. Like I hear a lot of people, either coaches selling quick fixes, or people that are looking for, a really fast way to feel better, which totally makes sense. Of course, everybody wants to feel better as fast as possible. But the fact is that this actually is the shortcut. Like, working with somebody who's done this work already, who knows how to guide you to get to where you want to be, that is the shortcut, because that's going to give you something that you can take with you for the rest of your life. That's like teaching you the behind the scenes work, right? So that you then are empowered to do this work with yourself. So the other thing that I'd like to talk about in my coaching is, like, I am your healer and mentor. And I say that because I have been through so much garbanzo beans, garbage stuff in my life, so much. And I know what it feels like to feel stuck. I know what it feels like to feel lonely, to feel depressed, to feel anxious, to be traumatized, to be abused, to be self-abusive. Like, I've been through all of it, guys. And so the value in that is that I understand what it's like to get from point A to point B. I know the steps that are in between, and I know what it feels like to go through all of those steps to get to a place where you really feel better, and where you're really, really deeply connected to your own self and your own truth. And I have also invested thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in my own personal healing, working with therapists, working with coaches, getting trained to be a coach, ongoing trainings. And the reason that this matters is because all of that knowledge and all of that training that I have, that is available to you when we work together, right? And that's why this becomes a shortcut, because you have somebody who's done all of this work already, who knows the steps and who can walk you through it, but in a space where you are seen and heard and loved. Because my job as your coach is not to tell you what to do, you guys. Yes, I can give you advice, but really what I'm doing is walking alongside you as I'm guiding you back home to your own truth. Because all of you out there, you know deep inside, you are very, very strong. Do I use timeline therapy? I actually don't know what that is. I'm going to look that up. I'm interested to hear about that. But yeah, everybody has their own knowledge inside of them. You have an inner guidance system. The issue isn't that you don't know what to do. The issue is that you have become disconnected from your own truth. And this happens with us sensitives a lot because we're very outward focused. And so the work that I'm doing with you is clearing all of the cobwebs, clearing all of that crap that is holding you back from the truth of who you are, holding you back from seeing how strong you are, holding you back from seeing how awesome it is to be sensitive, and holding you back from living the kind of life that you want to live. So I will PM you, thank you. So that's why this work is important, right? And that's why it's important to have somebody that's a healer and a mentor that has gone through this already. The other thing is that I am your intuitive guide. And what I mean by that is that I have a really strong, powerful intuition. And this is something that I work on constantly and have fostered, and that gets offered to you. Like, I hold really powerful space in our sessions. My job is to hold the greatest vision for you possible and then keep you accountable on all of the steps along the way to get there. And again, the point of all of this work is for you to heal your relationship with yourself, for you to heal your relationship with your sensitivity, for you to feel like moving forward, you have such a deep connection to your inner GPS system and your own intuition that you can get through anything, right? It's about building coping skills and deep roots. And the really most powerful, potent part about this work is coming back home to yourself, knowing how to connect within. And nobody really teaches us this stuff in general, right? I had to learn that on my own, and oh my God, it changed everything for me, absolutely everything. Like, this work is so powerful and so needed. And here's the thing, and this is my absolute favorite part, you guys, is that everything that I do is specifically through the lens of being highly sensitive and being an empath. Because I am, and because that is the crux of my work, is to help sensitive women and empath women to really heal their relationship to their sensitivity, to see that sensitive is strong, to see that sensitive is badass, to minimize the challenges of being highly sensitive, of which there are many, and to maximize the benefits so that you no longer have to feel like you live in a world where you have to toughen up just to fit in or survive, or you no longer feel like you have to change the true nature of you, who you are to be liked or to be loved. There is a way to own your sensitivity and to see its greatness and to really amplify the gifts that come with being sensitive, because there's so many gifts that come with it, and they are deeply, deeply needed in this world. But the problem is that so many of us sensitive women are held back by the struggles of being sensitive and a lot of the limiting beliefs and old stories that we're carrying around with us. And we don't know how to deal with the emotional overwhelm of all the freaking feels, right? Because it is hard to be a deep feeler in this world. So this is the work that I do, is really equipping you with this toolkit and skill sets that are going to help you to navigate life as a sensitive woman in a way that feels empowering and in a way that feels good, while taking you from point A to point B, whatever that looks like for you individually. Right? Because, there's a lot of self-help books and there's a lot of self-study courses, and they're great. And I'm not saying they're not great, but sometimes it's hard to apply this stuff ourselves. Sometimes it's hard to be motivated enough to apply it ourselves. Sometimes we don't know how to apply it ourselves. And having somebody being your partner in crime and really being your cheerleader, being gardening with you, being your guide, being your mentor, it is going to accelerate the results that you're looking for. This is why I've invested so much in my own personal coaching. I still do. I have my own coach, you guys, because it's powerful stuff and it can really help you get to where you want to be in the shortest amount of time possible. And so that's why I'm so passionate about this work. Like, I took a bunch of coaching myself. I then left a very lucrative career in corporate advertising to become a coach and healer myself, because I was so obsessed with the power of this work. Hi, Jer. So if all this sounds intriguing to you, if you guys have been looking for a coach, or if you haven't and you're just loving what you're hearing here, if you want to learn more, enrollment is open right now for my absolute all-time favorite program of anything I've ever created, which is my Sensitive Badass Coaching Mentorship. And the enrollment's open for 12 more days, so we're closing on December 9th. All this week and next week, I'm going to be taking calls, free calls, just a chance for us to get on the phone, chat about what's going on with you and your sensitivity. We can get to know each other a little bit better if we don't know each other already, and then just really explore if this program is a good next step for you. The program does start on December 17th, and the nice thing about that, that's on purpose, is because we want to get this work kicked off. We want to get the mindset and lifestyle shifts kicked off before the new year even starts, so that you're already feeling good and feeling better and feeling more clear and on purpose as you move into the new year. So if you guys are interested in hearing more about this, I am going to, for Facebook, I'm going to drop the link to the mentorship program and the link to sign up for the free call in the comments as soon as this publishes. For Instagram, both of those links are in my profile. So if you click on the resources link in my profile, it will take you to a bunch of different buttons. So you'll be able to explore the mentorship details page. And if you feel called, sign up to get on the phone with me so that we can get to know each other. I am so obsessed with the women coming into this program. I am so excited to see who shows up. I am so excited to do this work with you. And thanks for joining me on this Wednesday evening, you guys. I'll be back tomorrow with another live. I'm also, hi Joanne, I am also going to be running a free training that is going to go Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I am just putting the final touches on the sign up page for that. So keep your eyes open for that. I will be posting about that tomorrow as well. And I hope to see you all soon. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Oop.